Good evening and welcome to Formula Pi testing round 4. Tim's pointing at something, he's thrown me completely. Oh, I need to mute that one, okay. I've unmuted too many microphones apparently. He was frantically flapping and pointing at things that completely threw off my introduction. So let's try that again. Good evening and welcome to testing round 4 of Formula Pi. We're here this evening to go through 11 competitors who've submitted their code for testing. Not sure how long it's going to take. Each competitor gets 2 minutes, is it? Yeah. And then I have to check every week. This is the 4th time I've done it and I'm still completely forgetting everything. So, without further ado, we're going to crack on with the first driver tonight. I'm going to close some windows because I have too many things open and I can't find anything. So, now I've closed all the windows, I'm happy now. Right, we can get going. So, first up tonight, sitting ready to go on the Formula Pi track, just daintily waiting, is Pax O'Parrott, currently sitting second in the Grand Prix class of Formula Pi with 33 points, 6 points behind our leaders at the moment, which is Leroux Carré. Pax O'Parrott's done really well so far, had a really good heat last time, did a lot better than previously, and I think it was a bit of a mix-up in the last Grand Prix heat, so I'm excited to see what Pax O'Parrott's got in store for us tonight. They're from Poole in the UK. I think I can see Shadowhawk in the chat. I'm assuming you're ready to go. So you're first up, and then you can go away and have your dinner. So, Tim's giving me the thumb, so we're good to go.
Okay, start light sequence, please.
So we're going to go green, red, green, and we'll be away. And Pax O'Parrott can get underway and start proceedings for us tonight. So I'm just clicking about and organising things, and Paxo is away. It's a good start. Solid, a little bit sinusoidal coming into the corner. Still, good line. Nice. Nice and tidy. Steady as she go. This is looking really nice. Don't really have much more to say. So Paxo came second in the last heat, which is a really good result for them, 15 laps. And it really has shaken up the Grand Prix class, and there are lots of people who are all in different places. First lap's 27.06, which is pretty good. Current lap record is held by Team Enigma, who are in the Monster Ball class coming up in a little bit. They did it in 24.2 seconds. So it's a little bit off the pace, and I've just realised I've left my phone on. That's really naughty of me. Oh, actually, I think it's okay. Nobody can hear the bip 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 bip, so I think it's all right. Just going to leave it. And so tonight, if you tweet me, I'll probably get a little buzz on my wrist from my watch to let me know that you've been tweeting. 27.79. Consistent times here. This is looking really good for Pax O'Parrott. So, just zipping around. I think at this rate, Paxo's probably going to get in for maybe a sneaky 5th lap. Sneaky half of a 5th lap. Thankfully, it's a lot cooler in the UK tonight, and we're not as hot and frazzled as we've been on the last couple of Formula Pi occasions. Last week was far too hot. This week, much more pleasant and manageable. I'm not as stressed as before. 27.77 there for 3rd lap. That's looking pretty good from Paxo. They're very consistent times. It's looking good. And as I've said all along, consistency is the key to Formula Pi. You've really got to make sure that your laps are solid and they're good, consistent times, and it will help you on the longer sessions. It looks like Paxo is doing pretty well here. A little bit sinusoidal on the line following, and I can see that they're just waving along the lines. I don't know if there's 28.7, so a little slower on that 4th lap. And I think that's probably going to be it. We're going to get a radio down from Aaron upstairs to say that's it. And we have. So that is it for Pax O'Parrott. 4 solid laps there. Good work. Great start to the evening. It's looking nice and smooth. So, excuse me. That was my dinner. See, tonight I've eaten before this, so I'm not so hungry. Tim wants me to speed up. Oh, okay, no waffling tonight from me. I'm sorry, everyone. We're just going to have to get on with the actual driving. My apologies. I'll just, pretend I'm not here. I'll just sit here in silence if you'd rather. Oh, squeaky chair. Oh dear, very noisy. Alright, so I'll go straight on to the next robot that's sitting up in the track. Next up we've got Bebot from Painted Post in New York. I read Boat then for some reason, got very confused. Bebot had some really good heats in the first 2 heats. They were the winners of the Grand Prix class. In the 3rd heat, not sure what happens. They completed 3 laps, ended up being 4th in the heat, which was a poor performance from them considering their previous form. Which meant that in the overall class leaderboard, down to 3rd now, that's the Bebot team from Painted Post. They're now only 2 points behind Pax O'Parrott in the leaderboard in 3rd place, like I said. Not sure what happened in the heats to them. I think they stopped. I seem to remember they stopped on the last corner, right on the inside of the inside line, and it caused a lot of trouble for competitors to get around them, and everyone was smashing into them. But that was, it was definitely different to the usual form we've seen from Bebot. Really expected for them to just smash it again, because the heats had been fairly consistent up until last week. So hopefully Bebot will be back on form tonight. Normal service will resume, hopefully. Fingers crossed, I'm rooting for you. Shadowhawk, who is Paxo Barrett, has just come in the chat and said that was the same code as last week, but it looked more juddery. It maybe did slightly, but it was consistent. It was the laps were still good. You might be sort of wavering a little bit, but it was, I don't know.
Not every robot is identical. We do calibrate them, but even so, they do exhibit different characteristics. When
Interesting from
it's
Tim there.
that last week was just a different robot.
So Tim said if you didn't hear that, because obviously he sits in a corner of the room and he shouts at me, expecting everyone to be able to hear, and you just can't. All of the robots, we maintain them, and obviously we try and standardise them and make sure that they all run very similarly, or at least as close as we can possibly get it. We calibrate them, that's the word I was looking for. And there are some robots that might be slightly different, but it's really marginal, because we do calibrate them very carefully. So it may just be that you had a robot with a bit of a wonky wheel. I don't know. We will investigate and have a look to see if there was anything mechanical and fishy with that robot, because like you, we were seeing a lot of sort of wobbling and waving,
We drive them in a straight line and we check the cameras.
Okay. Tim says we drive them in a straight line and we test the cameras. So that's, I'd still like you to look at that one.
Okay.
As a favour to me and Paxo. I think that's fair. Well, I'm waiting for you now.
We are ready.
We're ready. Go for it. Let's go.
Okay.
So let's get Bebot on the way. So like I said, Bebot won the first two heats in the Grand Prix class and were looking really strong, and then it all fell apart last week and they came fourth with 3 laps and they stopped in the headbanger corner. So let's see if Bebot can pick it up tonight. A little bit of indecisiveness there before coming into the first corner. And other than that now, smoothly away. The S's looks like that is nice and smooth. It's looking really good through those S's. Lovely. So that's much better. There's a little bit of indecisiveness, but then we're away. Good stuff. 26.1, lovely. 26.2, we'll call that rounding up. It's looking lovely. So that's quite a good time. Like I said, the lap record 24.2 from Enigma last year. We've not had anyone break that yet. We've had people come close, but not quite break it. I think last week we had a 25.17, which is pretty close, second off. So let's see if Yonder Bebot can do any better. There we go, that is another 27.2, so a second off there. I just realised I'm sort of stumbling for things to say, and I have all these sheets that tell me everything about everyone, and I've just not organised myself. So, sorry everyone. I've been working on something over the last couple of weeks secretly for Tim and for Pyborg, and yeah, we're getting very close to launching it. I expect tomorrow or the day after we will be launching it. Hence why I'm not organised. I actually have a legitimate excuse this evening. 24.82, yes, now we're talking. Well, what? Yes, Bebot. Now, that's only 0.6 away from the lap record. That is very, very good. That came out of nowhere. I was expecting another 4 laps that were just going to be, casual stuff. But that came out of nowhere, seemingly. Wow. Bebot. Interesting stuff from you guys. I'm shuffling my papers. I think I'm going to run out of time before I find them. It's looking really good, though. I think Aaron will give the call any moment now to say that's the end. With Bebot, I've just found them. Yep, that's the end. So that's it for Bebot. 4 laps done. 24.82, that is pretty good. That is the closest we've come so far to Enigma's lap record. Very nice. Good work, team. Just shuffling my papers momentarily. So I can find the next competitor. You've got a bonus lap there. Oh, Aaron let you sneak by. That's a 25.6. So pretend we didn't see that. Just let you sneak by. Find my papers. There we go. I found who I was looking for the next person who's up. Okay. Saska said, I couldn't upload the code for testing this week. I guess I'll be driving with the same code as last time in the next race. Yes, but you still need to submit your code for the next race. We don't just carry over code. I'll reiterate this point. If you want to race, submit your code. Even if it's the same, even if you've made no modifications, you've not had time to, it's been too busy, ship it, like George has just said, ship it, get it in. We will not race you without code. We had a couple of... in the first series of Formula Pi, we had somebody who submitted their code in the first week, and it was maliciously driving backwards, and they didn't change it, and we kept running it every week. Well, we kept running it for 2 weeks, and then we decided enough because they hadn't submitted any new code. Hence why that rule is in place. We need you to confirm that that's the code you're going to run, even if it hasn't changed, because we don't just assume that the code is the same. So please, if you have chance, send the code in, because we need it. Shadowhawk, Paxo Parrot has asked, is it possible to overcrank the speed? If we put speed at 110, would it work? This is not Spinal Tap.
No,
it does not work like that.
It's quite possibly limited. And it will just set it to be 100%.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, we'll try and set the speed at 10%.
So let me reiterate that for those who didn't hear from Tim mumbling in the back. No, essentially, you cannot set it to 110. This is not Spinal Tap. It does not go all the way to 11. In one case, because I'm not familiar with the code either, and we're making a best case suggestion. If you put it at 110, you might just be capped at 100, which is fine. But it also might wrap around. So you might end up having a speed of 10 if you put in 110. So, experiment with the simulator. I'm sure that I'll tell you how that works. So and Sass says, I know I have to re-upload. Excellent, good. I have to reiterate that point because it makes me so paranoid. Like if I was doing this, I'd want to know all the time. I'm really bad with deadlines. That would really screw me up if I didn't know about that. So I know I need to do my spinny thing, then we'll go. Sorry, I've been chatting because there have been questions. Can't just leave. Tim's telling me to get on. Seriously, he wants to go home. He's had enough. He's just jacking it all in. Right, next up, we have Leroux Carré from Villaroche in France. My French will get better week on week, I promise. They are currently top of the Grand Prix class after last week's upset between Bebot and the rest of the team. They are now on top with 39 points. There is a 6-point gap between them and Paxo Parrot. Still all to play for the championship final. And they are looking good. So tonight, hopefully they'll improve on their time of last time, which was 25.17. That was their fastest time last week. So hopefully they'll improve on that this week and continue their winning ways. Like I say, it was a complete mix last week with... Leroux Carré came in second. Paxo Parrot won the last heat. Sorry, my mistake. I misread the results. But Leroux Carré did really well. Yes, please, Tim. Away. So I've found my notes now. So I actually have notes about people, so we can talk about people. I will shuffle before every race now to find the next one. And the race, good. That's good to see. Very wobbly. Everyone's having a bit of a wibble wobble tonight. Is there something in the water? Now the temperature's gone down. Maybe this is just like the F1. The track isn't hot enough. There's not enough temperature in the tyres. Can we get some tiny tyre warmers? Please, can we get some tiny... Oh, this is going to be a Formula Pi thing. I'm going to make this. I'm going to knit some tyre warmers. I want this. Oh, yeah. So we can make tiny little tyre warmers so that they get really good grip. I think that would be amazing. We need to do that. Ooh, this is good. Ooh, this is tight. Hello. What have we got here now? Ooh, no, this could be good. This is looking really good. Come on, this could be it. Lap record. Yes, 22.4. Enigma's record has been toppled by the French team from Villaroche. Wonderful. I am so sorry, Adam. That has stood for so long. That's incredible. Leroux Carré pulling out all the stops there. That is phenomenal. Could this be another one? Oh, it might as well be. We can just get just as excited with that. Amazing. Yes, team. Well done. I've forgotten what congratulations is in French. I'm so excited. This is amazing. You've done so well. Oh man, that's so exciting. Oh, I'm stoked. I've run out of words. That was amazing. 22.4, fastest lap. Looking brilliant. You could see as they were entering the S's there, it was on. That was going to happen. 24.73 for the last lap. That second lap from Le Carré, stunning. Well done, guys. Great job. That's amazing. And they've just calmed down now. They were just like, quickly, pull out all the stops, do it, smash it in the second lap and then get done. Brilliant. So there was moving my paper ready to talk about them, like, oh yeah, it's just calming down. And then I saw that line into the S's and I'm like, oh hello, this is on. 23.8 for the last one. I think that's probably it. Is that 2 minutes now? Yeah, that's it. So 2 minutes. Wow. Wowee. Congratulations. That is amazing. I'm stunned. I didn't think that 24.2 was going to be done. Yeah. Are we in a hurry? Have we got somewhere to be?
Yeah.
Have we genuinely got somewhere to be? You're rushing me tonight. Sorry? You've got a fridge here. You know where it is. Well, if you're not busy, Tim Freeburn, because you're not, because I can see you're not. I obviously haven't organised my paperwork. It'd be really nice if somebody would just go through this and pick out the ones of the people who are next. All right, so I don't need the next one because I know who the next one is.
Where are we? Where is the?
We are.
The listing? There we go.
There's the listing. You can take that for 2 minutes, and if you go somewhere away from the microphone, then no one can hear you rustling papers. Because yeah, like I said, I've been working on a bit of a project for Pyborg, and yeah, it could be launched tomorrow, could be launched Wednesday. Keep your eyes peeled. It's gonna be wicked. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully, you'll like it as well. So. I've lost my thread now. Right, Tim shuffling papers. I am going to stick up the spin view. Now, we're moving from from Yetiborgs to Monsterborgs. We've now done all of our Yetiborgs. We are now moving on to the bigger class, the Monsterborgs. They're quicker, they're bigger, and what better way to start than with the Formula Pi champions from last year? It is Team Enigma from Bentwood, Essex. Now, it's not been such a smooth ride for them this year. They are currently sitting 15th in the leaderboard of the Monsterborg class. It's been a torrid time for them. They got stuck on the barriers. They didn't start. They've just been really not so good for Enigma this year, and we're really sad. We want to see a couple of wins. We want to see some really super-duper laps from Team Enigma. It's gone really well in testing, and then when it comes to racing, it has just fallen apart, which we're kind of sad. I really want to see you do well. I'm kind of cheering you on because we all love an underdog. So I want to see you get into the elimination rounds, and I want to see you do well. So I am clicking about whilst Tim's shuffling. He's doing a very good job over there, being my admin. If Aaron is ready, I'm good to go. Sorry, I'm asking you to do two things at once. Okay, then we'll hold fire for a little bit. So what can I talk about? Formula 1 this weekend, if anybody saw it. It was awesome. I'm not going to spoil who won. Wasn't a racer's race, I would have said. It was more, he who dares wins and luck of the brave and all that jazz. But it was definitely exciting. Tim and I watched it with a beer and enjoyed it very much. I was sad about Perez. I was really gunning for him because he's one of my favourite drivers in terms of gentleman, lovely drivers, really polite, always friendly, and just didn't work out for him, so it was really sad. But obviously props to the Honey Badger, because he smashed it once again. No spoilers. We are ready. Off we go then, Timmy. Oh, I just shielded my face with paper. It's okay. Awesome.
Right, light sequence start, please.
Right. So, the lap record for Monsterborgs, I wrote it down. It's currently held by the IT guy who's up later. With 14.86 seconds, so you can see the pickup. Oh, Enigma. Oh, Enigma. Oh. I don't know what's going on, Adam. Oh, I want to go out there and help you. I want to go out there and push you around. This isn't in slow-mo, this is real time. Oh, I don't know what's happening. That's interesting. Oh, I'm fascinated. What could be going on in that tiny little Raspberry Pi that's doing this? Oh, this is very interesting. So 45 seconds, that's not Oh, that's a split. Okay, so the split keeps going up because they keep going back and forth across the split timer. So there's little lasers all the way around the track, which give you timing marks for when you cross them. And it looks like Enigma keep going backwards. They're going to get a backwards lap here. Oh, Tim's changing the... I don't know what's happening here. Oh.
I think he set the speed really low. And the automatic detection of the robot stuck, i.e. you can't see enough image changes. It thinks the robot's stuck, so the robot detection's coming in.
Okay, Timmy's got to the bottom of this. Smarter than I, obviously. Tim suspects that the image detection and the speed, of the robot is set very, very low. So then the code that detects that the robot is stuck keeps kicking in. So it throws itself backwards at high speed and then tries to go forward again. And George just concurred in the chat. We tried slow speed last year and it didn't move enough, so it detected it was stuck. I think that's what's happened with Enigma here. Yeah, that doesn't look so great. I'm not sure what's occurring there. Oh, that's 2 minutes? Okay, that's time up for Enigma. I am so sorry, Adam. I don't know if I'm cursing you or whether I should just shut up, because I really want you to do well. I really want you to just smash it, because you were so good last year.
As with everything that's a bit suspect, we will investigate it afterwards.
Yeah, I think that is fair enough to say with that one. We will investigate that one. We will just make sure that there was a code issue rather than a mechanical issue, and if there is a mechanical issue, we usually run it again in a private session, which we will upload to YouTube. There'll be no commentary, but it will be available for the competitors to see. We do that for every robot that has a mechanical, so we will investigate Enigma's one there. We will make sure that there's no hardware faults and there was no issues with the robot, and we will let you know. So we're moving on to the next robot then. Oh, I've hit open accidentally. Sorry everyone, you saw that on the screen. One of these days I'll have like a clean evening where I'll just get through Formula Pi and it'll be seamless. I won't click any of the wrong buttons. That evening is not tonight. Today is not my day. It was good because I actually had quite a productive day at work. I did some stuff. I wrote some emails. I coded some stuff. It was good. I had a good day. But suddenly, a car journey later, and it's just falling apart in front of my eyes. Right. So, let's see if I've got the spin view right. Ta-da! I have. So next up, we have Moto Toasty from Sydney in Australia. For them, it's been a serious mixed bag. Their first race, they ended up getting punted over the barriers. Their second race, in a wonderful comeback, they won their heat. And then in the last race, they came fourth. I seem to remember they got stuck in a corner and couldn't move. So it's been a mixed bag, to say the least, going from a fifth to a first to a fourth. And they're now currently sitting in 8th on the leaderboard with 24 points, a single point behind number 66 in front of them, which I believe is SHTP. So, was Tim going to take a photo and put it on Twitter? He's doing a selfie, look at the state of him. You can't see him, but it'll be on Twitter later, I'm sure. He might even do a picture of me talking for everyone to see what my world is like when I'm in front of the microphone and I look haggard and tired. Oh, I've got a midge flying in my face. Oh, God. Oh, that was God, that flew at my eyeballs. Oh, dearie me. Right. Oh, God, it just flew straight at me. I had something that was a bitey thing that just flew straight at me. Sorry about that, everyone. That was so terrifying. It flew at my nose. Oh, I don't like flappy things flying at my face. Oh, I couldn't escape then either. Oh, that was terrifying. Oh, I'm going to have to calm down for a minute now. This passes the 2 minutes anyway. I've done some review. So yeah, Moto Toasty, back to where I was before I forget. They're sitting in 8th place, only a single point behind SHTP in 7th place. So looking good for the leaderboard. Hopefully, get some first stuff. I'm getting the thumb from Tim. So yeah, set them off. Away.
Sequence start, please.
Away with you.
Sequence start, please.
So green, red, green, and then we'll be good to go for Moto Toasty. They're looking for a 14.8 seconds as the lap record. Which is currently held by IT Guy. Oh, straight up onto the barriers. I can hear banging upstairs. Are they going to get over the barriers again? Oh, wrong way. Oh, I've cursed it. I've cursed it. Oh, they're going the wrong way. Ooh. Oh, was that little skid I just heard upstairs? That was a tiny little wheel spin. That was amazing. So all the doors are open here because it's not hot, but it's just nice to get through a breeze. I heard the little wheel spin before it started. That was really funny. Oh, now Moto Toasty is stuck on the barrier. They're not 2-second laps. We don't have a new lap record. We do have a robot that's going a little bit mad on the track. My watch is vibrating again. Who's talking to me? Tim's tweeting, and it came off my watch. So I've got a new Fitbit, and it tells me when somebody messages me on Twitter or something. It's well amazing. I feel like I'm a child of the technological age now. So if you were to tweet me right now, it would come off my watch, and I'd just stop talking because I can't cope with more than one thing at once. Not so great. Now we're away with Moto Toasty. 17.03. Is that a proper lap? That's a proper lap. Excellent. So whatever was happening in those first, I guess that's a strategy thing with Moto Toasty. I'm assuming you had 2 laps, or a lap where you were trying to do something, and then the robot determined that it had done 2 laps and then started off on a normal strategy. This is looking much better, 15.97. That's getting very close to that record. This is now looking tight, so I assume that's what's happened. They've done a strategy at the start that didn't work, and now they've hit their race strategy to go inside line, and this is working very well for them. There we go. That is a lap record. 14.5 seconds, going from absolutely mad, no idea where they're going, new lap record. Smashed it. Moto Toasty, well done. That is very, very good driving. So not quite sure what happened in the first few laps there, but that 14.5, that is a new lap record. Well done, Moto Toasty. Brilliant. That came out of nowhere. We've had a lot coming out of nowhere tonight. I should pay attention more. Is that Aaron collecting? Are we done? You're not stopping the times very well, Tim. You've got one job. Tim's about to tweet, so I need to smile and look.
You have to.
Ah.
I need to figure out how to tweet.
Oh, dearie me. Tweeting and everything. That was really good. 14.5 seconds. Amazing. Well done, Moto Toasty. There we go. Tim's taking a photo now. I can actually talk again. Because nobody wants a photo of me on Twitter with, like, my stupid face. Well, I've got a stupid face, everyone. Yes, so that is new lap record. Moto Toasty. 14.5 seconds after a rather dubious start. I imagine that is a strategy change halfway through. So I would look at that strategy at the first bit. Although that might serve you well, like just going a bit crazy, but like, whoa, don't know where I'm going to go. Because then kind of everything that's happening will mean that all the robots are kind of like just going to get on. And then all of a sudden you just keep smashing out the 14.5 second laps. I think that sounds like a pretty good strategy. It's like confusion. It's like distraction camo. Don't look at me. I've nothing to do with the racing. Bang. Just smashes out the laps. Right. Now we've stopped playing around on Twitter. Let's get back to the the matter at hand here. So next up, our current Formula Pi Summer 2017 leaders with 3 out of 3 wins in their heats. It is the IQ Audio team from Cricklade in the UK. Have done amazingly well. This is their first time in Formula Pi, went straight for the Monster Ball class and are just owning it. So 3 wins out of 3 for them. Currently at the top with 45 points and a massive 98 laps in total over the 3 10-minute races. My maths isn't that great, but that's an average of 33 laps roughly per race, which is brilliant. Like 3 laps a minute, is that? I don't know, something like that. Yeah, maths was never my strong point. I say that every week. Really wasn't. We're good to go? You forgot why you were here then for a minute. Too busy on Twitter. Sequential tasks over here. You can't multitask. Yeah, we're probably a little way away yet. But yeah, I'm still reeling from that Moto Toasty lap. That was amazing. It came out of nowhere. I'm going to have to watch that on the replay myself because I was just busy chatting. Right now we're good to go. Thumbs up. So Tim's going to set off IQ Audio. Yes.
Okay, start lighting them speeds.
I'm going to get a little bit of a drink. So I'm a bit thirsty. And IQ Audio is off. Ooh. Nipping into the inside line there. I saw that. That was a concerted move towards the inside of the track there. Ooh. Oh, so close. 15.3 seconds for the first lap for IQ Audio. Their lines are clearly not quite as close as the Moto Toasty team there, who are hugging the barrier all the way around. IQ Audio seems to be taking a definite midline here. After that initial first fast lap, 16.2, so just easing off. But I'm still reeling from that. How much faster can we get? How much faster can the lap records be? I mean, this is I'm excited to see where we go with this. 16.3 the next lap for the IQ Audio team. This is looking pretty solid from them. And go and check. They're obviously one of our series sponsors, so go and check out IQ Audio's website and all of their wonderful audio amps and DACs and all their hats and loveliness for the Raspberry Pi. If there's anything sound related, get involved. They do the best hats for that sort of thing. And can't rate them highly enough. And obviously winning Formula Pi, so clearly amazing all round. So these are looking good. 17.7, a little slower for the IQ Audio team. But as we've seen from them in racing, it's been more about consistency. It's been more about just getting in solid laps. While the fastest lap does you well. That was a concerted inside line there. Like, oh, hello, I'll have the green, thank you very much. And I'm straight. This is a bit tight. Oh, easy, Tiger. All of a sudden. Oh, he's winding it up. Oh no, not quite. 15.32. There was definitely a move then to the inside. A real obvious move. Is that time up? That's it now. We're done. That is IQ Audio's time up. So best lap in there, 15.3. That's pretty good. Only 0.7 away from the lap record now. Is it? Where's my maths? Yeah, 0.8. Close. So, are we about halfway? We probably are, aren't we? Let me look down my list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, alright, I'll do one more then. So, I'm a little less chatty than usual, so I'm concentrating on about 3 or 4 things at once right now. So, what was I doing? Oh yeah, spin view. Next people! So next up on the track now, just warming up for their 2 minutes. It is the Lambda P team from Bern, Switzerland and Hamburg in Germany. It's been a bit of a mixed bag again for the Lambda P team. They've had a really, really good consistent race. I think one of their heats was really good. The last couple have not been so good. They only completed 4 laps in the last heat. They are currently standing 13th in the leaderboard on 12 points. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag. So hopefully tonight we'll get a bit more from Lambda P. I think they've been trying some quite experimental code. I think it's been a lot of their own stuff that's been put into the car, so it's different from the standard code library, which we love. We love people doing their own thing and testing things out, because we don't have time to test out the boundaries of this code, and it's amazing to see people doing new things with it. So really excited to see how Lambda P do tonight.
I think they're doing their entire own code load.
This is their entire own load tonight. Wow, so this is still in Python, Tim?
I believe this may be Java.
This may be Java. Ooh, it's exciting.
We would have to ask Aaron.
Aaron's upstairs. You could radio him.
I could radio him.
You got a radio and everything.
Is this the robot with the Java code?
Flip through me the Moto things. There we go.
It is.
It is. So this is a library written entirely in Java. This is completely brand new, away from the standard Python library that we put out, which is exciting.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. It's a hell of a lot of work. So enough respect to Lambda P Racing for firstly having the guts to try this, and secondly actually getting it going. I'm excited. Really excited. Are we there? 2 minutes? Okay, set them off then. I'm excited. So my first experience of programming was in Java, or at least I say experience, like first IDE, properly Java. So I'm excited to see how this goes. So, green light and they're away. That's good. Good news. Oh, that's pretty nippy. This is looking good. So I'm, because you know me, I don't code, I just talk. For this anyway. 16.2, nice, good first lap. I'm assuming OpenCV has a Java API. I'm just making an assumption for that, for the vision side of things. Tim's looking at me blankly. He's the hardware guy. 16.22, talk about consistency. Now, I think Swinders was the last person to get Mr. Consistency Award. So here, Lambda P Racing might actually get the award again. This is, although slightly wobbly, this is very quick. Oh, so close. 0.2 of a second there. But these are still looking very, very consistent. This is amazing. I'm enjoying this. I'm now going to go and look on the internet. 16.39. This is very consistent. Just looking around. Yes, there is an OpenCV Java API. I'm assuming that's how you're hooking into the Vision stuff. And then anything after that involving the PID for turning and cornering, I'm guessing would be the same thing, re-implemented. This is really cool. I love it. This is great to see this working so well. This is really, really nice. I have emails that are buzzing on my wrist now. It's distracting. I need to remember to switch my phone. I might actually just switch my phone off. 16.53. This is very, very consistent. So all the lap times here are within about 0.3 of a second, which is really, really nice. I'm loving this. So this could be good for Lambda P. If they get a clean heat, this could be really good for them because those results are shockingly consistent. 0.31 separating all of their results. And that is 2 minutes. I think Aaron will collect the Lambda P Racing robot there from the track as it zips by. Nope. He's getting another secret lap in there. The logs will record that. Aaron was not speedy enough at getting up there, so that's an extra lap just as a bonus. That's really consistent. Congratulations, Lambda P. That is really, really good. Love it. George is asking, can we confirm 10 robots move into the next round and house robots will be removed? Yes. That rule has not changed from last year. There are currently... Let me just read the thing. There are 16 robots listed in the leaderboard. There's only one house robot listed in the leaderboard. Is that right? We had 2 at one point. Where's the other one gone? Yeah. It's unlikely, though, isn't it? We might need to investigate that. But anyway, as it stands at the moment, the house robot in position 6 will get dropped off. So if we went with how everything is right now, we would take everyone down to John Satterfield, I believe that is, robot number 7, in position 11. We would take those 10 robots through to the eliminators. It's not fair to have a house robot in the eliminator, right? Because we're here day in, day out. No one wants that. I say it every week. No one wants that. Nobody wants to see us racing. We want to see you guys racing. We want to see you guys smashing it. We want to see you guys winning. So yes, George, the top 10 robots will go through. At the moment, you are sitting comfortably in 5th. So I think you're probably going to be alright for the eliminators. So yeah, that's definitely standing. So where am I at? I haven't done a spin view yet, have I? No. Oh, and as if by magic, the next car sitting, waiting on the track right now is George and the Raspberry Inferno team, who are now next up. As I said a minute ago, currently sitting 5th in Formula Pi with 32 points in this season. Did race in Formula Pi last year, came 3rd if I remember correctly. Yes, I need to make some notes to remember these things. But yeah, they came 3rd last year, currently sitting 5th, so that's good for the eliminators. 32 points. You are 7 points behind. I think that is the IT guy in 4th. 7 points off him. So it's looking pretty good for you guys, comfortably there now. And you're 4 points ahead of the house robot. So yeah, looking good for you guys. Yeah, I've lost my train of thought now. Oh, Tim's giving a thumbs down. He just said okay to Aaron on the radio. That's not just saying okay to me. It appears that there is something fishy going on. Aaron is going to cycle the start lights, which gives me another 2 minutes to waffle. So what I might do to get it out of the way, because it needs doing, we have to do it every week. And I can't find it. It moves every week. Oh god, I'm just all over the place tonight because I'm not ready. Right, sponsorship. We love you. You all helped us out with the Kickstarter and with the big sponsorship packages. So we have some big shout outs for you, and also Blogtrotter, making your RSS feed a piece of cake, a lovely RSS feed aggregation service. Go and check out their website, go and see what they've got to offer. It will really help you out. As I mentioned before, RQ Audio, lovely amps and DAC hats for your Raspberry Pi. Things for the Zero, things for the normal Raspberry Pi 3. Go and check them out. They are absolutely amazing. They're audio hats. And Mod My Pi, our friends from Kent, really lovely distributors and have lots of goodies on their website to buy for the Raspberry Pi, Arduino, BeagleBoard, you name it, they've got it. Hot Packers, Hannah and Tristan, Brewing Collective in Canterbury, friends of ours from uni. They do brew days. If you're ever in Canterbury and you fancy a day out, they are well worth looking up and getting in touch with and going for a beer with. They're awesome. And finally, SOS Solutions in the Netherlands, shipping all of your microbit Raspberry Pi Arduino needs out to Europe. If you want to sponsor us and help us out do this, because obviously it takes a lot of effort and we love doing it and we really need help as much as we can to get it done. And give us a shout, drop us an email, info@formulapi. You can find us on Twitter @formulapi_. And just help us out. We'd really appreciate it. There will be another season, we're hoping. There will be some extra additional goodies going on this next season, which we're really excited to share with you. Nothing to do with the thing I've been working on, but exciting nonetheless. I can see Tim there in the background. He's abandoned me. And he's left me without a radio, so I can't get in touch with him. Look at him, up there. Thinks he's clever. Is he coming down? I think he's coming down. I can hear his delicate, dainty footsteps. I feel like I'm all alone. I feel like nobody's helping me. Right. Okay, George says he can see it's blue now. Yeah, I think there may have been an issue with that particular robot, because you are supposed to be blue. On my list, you are supposed to be blue, so that now looks more promising. I can see Tim now running down the stairs, his dainty footprints. You're sticking your thumb up behind a giant thing that's in my face and I can't see. We're good to go. Excellent. Was that a robot malfunction, maybe?
It didn't power up, so we've done a power cycle and it's powered up okay. So,
okay, alright. Gremlins. Put it down to the gremlins. Yeah. All the little devils that George brings with him to help him do well in races. So, shall we set off? You left me padding without a radio.
Sequence,
you left me padding without a radio. You need to give me some sort of communication so I can have a chat with people. Right, we're away. Rasparis, still Inferno, green, and they're off. That is good. Again, making a real proper dive for the inside line there. That is so aggressive. Good start. Nice midline through the S's. Keeping it nice and neat and tidy. It's very smooth driving there, no sort of wobble. 14.8. That would have been a new lap record. Oh no, so close to the lap record. That would have been a new lap record had it not been for number 58 Moto Toasty just smashing it. So George, this is looking very good for you. Another 2. Nice. 14.89 for the second lap. So the current lap record is 14.5. So if George can get lower than that, that would be incredible. See him smash the 14-second barrier. 15.05, a little slower this time. All things are happening on Twitter now. I'm getting lots of tweets. My watch keeps wobbling. I need to turn my phone off. It's looking good. A little bit of a wide line through the S's. I think that's where Moto Toasty made up all of their time. 14.81. That's looking nice from George. That is good. Consistent times. 0.2 of a second gap between the top and bottom time there. I think it's through the S's. I can see that you're making a slightly different line choice to what Moto Toasty did through that S-bend. 15 on the nose. Nice. And I think you're just so here. You can see you're sort of midlining it there. And I think that's where Moto Toasty was cutting the seconds off, was just coming in real tight to that last corner and sort of just swinging it around. But these are all good times. Not much under 15. This is very good, consistent driving. Now, this is the most consistent fast driving we've seen all night. This could be good for Rasparis Inferno in the next heat. I'm actually really impressed with the consistency here. 15.17. This is very, very good. And as we've seen with the Monster Borgs, there's not a lot of drop off with the battery power. They tend to stay pretty consistent, so the lap times will be much more consistent than the Yeti Borgs. With the Yeti Borgs, you can see them dropping off. But these are looking very good. Yes, impressed. That is it. Time's up. Tim's giving me the thumb up there. So that's really good. I mean, there's some properly consistent times in there. About 0.4 between the top and bottom times there. And very, very close to the lap record. That is really good. So congrats, George and the team. That's obviously been some really good, solid work you've put in there. I can see. I'm pleased for you. It's good. Right. So, congrats, George. That is great. I'm going to flip over my papers now. Shuffle. Right. Next one. Let's move on to the next competitor. Oh, did I mean to close that? I didn't. Maybe, who cares? Right, let's go. Tim's on his phone. And next up, we have more old friends of Formula Pi. It's the Super Ward brothers, who were second in the first season of Formula Pi and really gave Enigma a really good run for the money. And this season have not done so well, currently sitting 16th place with 2 points. Once, I think they got stuck up on the barriers, maybe twice they've stuck up on the barriers. And once had the battery knocked out. So it's been a tough ride for the Super Ward brothers, and I'm really hoping that your luck will change. I'm really got my fingers crossed for you, because testing hasn't been so bad by recollection. I think it's been quite good, and it's just been unlucky that you've got punted up onto the barriers. And it's just racing, but it's really unfair, because I want to see everyone do well. You know me, I cheer on everyone. I have favourites. I have no favourites. I say you're my favourite, and then everyone's my favourite. I'm like Bruce from Strictly Come Dancing. Everyone's my favourite. I can't pick favourites. So hopefully the Super Ward brothers tonight will get a little bit of luck here. Really want to see them do well, along with Enigma. I really want to see you two battling it out again. I'm just going to scroll up through my thing to remind myself how the Super Ward brothers did in their last heat. They actually came second, but they were in a particularly odd heat where nobody got above 5 laps. There was a big pile-up, and 4 people got kind of stuck together, didn't they? I seem to remember, and everyone was stuck on 4 laps, and then it was just, by luck or judgment, the Halo Goodalls managed to sneak an extra lap in and got the 15 points for the round. So it's been a real mixed bag, this series. I was expecting it to be a lot more... What's the word I'm looking for? You don't know. I expected it to be a lot more kind of action-packed, but we've had races where it's been crazy and there's been so much going on, and then there have been other races where it's just been nothing's happened and everyone gets stuck, and it's kind of it's a bit awkward. Yeah, good to go. Right, let's get the Super Ward brothers underway.
Okay, so lights, please.
Yeah, it's been a mixed bag, which I didn't expect personally. I thought it would have been, fairly evenly matched for everyone, but it really has been a race series of extremes. So there you go. Super Ward brothers are away. It's good. Slightly wide line coming into the corner. I do love the red light underneath. I think it is my favourite, because it just shows up the bestest on the old cameras. So this is looking good for the Super Ward brothers here. Getting a lap in. 16.7, lovely. Good, 1 on the scoreboard. Just looking down my list to see who's coming. This is looking good for the Super Ward brothers. These are actually really smooth laps, actually. 16.12. If only we could transfer this racing, this run into an actual real race, I'd be over the moon. I really want to see you, I want to see everyone do well. Can we take 15 robots through to the Eliminators, please? I don't want anyone to see anyone out. I want everyone to win. I'm one of these people that would give trophies to everyone because you're all awesome. I want a final with 15 robots, and we've been through this. I actually want that. I've said to Tim we want to have like a Demolition Derby bonus round where we just get everyone with their last code upload and put them all on the track at the same time, 15 robots. Can they all see the start lights though? No. Yeah, that's the problem. You'd have to get some sort of rack of start lights so that they can see it. So all of the lap times kind of hovering around the 16 second mark, 16.5 seconds is looking good. 17.04. Is at least consistent in getting the laps in. And as I've said before, it's the speed element of things is kind of important, but consistency is really more important. Really more important? Oh, such fantastic English. 16.37 there for their latest lap. It's looking good. Spread of about a second, which is fine. It's one of those things though, it's kind of, you want to be quick because you kind of want to be the fastest, but at the same time getting it so the pace is right so that you can avoid crashes, so that you can steer clear of trouble. That's kind of the key to this, I guess. I'm guessing that's it. Tim's pressed the button and he's not said that's it, so I'm guessing that's it. That's it. So that is 2 minutes for the Super Ward brothers. Really hope that good practice, that solid set of laps there, can actually transfer into a good heat for them next time. I've got everything crossed for you guys. Really have. Tim just pulled a face. I don't know what that was. Did you just have a twitch or something? No, but I think he is behind you as well, because we really want to see you do well too. So I've closed my thingo, so I'm lost as to where I am. Right, shuffling more papers. More paper shuffling. So much paper shuffling. Next up, we've got I Have 5 from San Jose in the USA. Were with his last series for Formula Pi, did quite well, I seem to remember. Got to the eliminators, but didn't progress any further. They were one of the teams that really could have done, but just didn't quite have the edge on the day. Currently sitting 9th in the series on 22 points, 2 points behind Moto Toasty. So in the eliminators, just about, it's fairly tight around 10th place. So I think a couple more good results for I Have 5 would really, really benefit them. Last heat they came, let's find them. Oh, they didn't race in the last heat. Yes, they did 4th. Just skimming all the numbers and I can't see them. They did come 4th with 14 laps on their heat. I think they may have got beached or stuck, I seem to remember. Somebody did get ejected into the gravel. It wasn't them, was it? No, don't think it was. There was somebody else who got ejected into the gravel, so there were 2 people who've done that now, which is. Yeah, somebody broke Matilda. Somebody needs to apologise to Matilda, bless her heart. She's,
She went back together again.
She did go back together again, that's okay. That's good. Does anybody know when Robot Wars is going to be on the telly?
Sure.
Because it must be soon. It feels like it's been a long time since we did that. That was May? That was forever ago.
Really, really keen.
Yeah, because, you might get to see mine and Tim's faces on the telly. That would be the most amazing thing, with me and Tim shouting, "In the pit!" Which is,
3, 2, 1,
lols. 3, 2, 1, activate. I'm still getting flashbacks from that day on the hard little plastic seats in that warehouse. It was cold. And the pigeons. Who knew that the most terrifying thing about going to watch Robot Wars would be the pigeons that live in the warehouse and they poo on you from a great height? There were more frightening things. I can't share those things though, because that would be a spoiler.
We are ready to go.
Let's get going before we spoil anything for anyone.
Okay, start the lights.
But FYI, watch Robot Wars when it comes back on the telly on the BBC. There are some amazing things that happen. The pigeons aren't the best bit. Green, red, green, and then the I Have 5 team are away. As I've said before, I Have 5, my favourite competitor, because they list their programming languages as Fortran, which we'll all know is the greatest language on earth. If you haven't coded in Fortran, you should. Oh, that looks good. 15.56. Yes, I Have 5. Nice. That's what we're looking for. They are looking really smooth here. Really, really good lap from them. Just coming into headbanger here. Staying really tight. This is lovely. I think you need to change your focus point now, Tim, because everyone's on that green now. You need to move it. 16.3. Looking good for I Have 5. So their best, I did have a thing for their best lap last time. Their best lap was 15.42 last time. I actually made notes last time, believe it or not. 17.4. I ate my dinner before I started. I wish I hadn't now. See, if I hadn't have eaten, I'd have been really hungry. But if now I have eaten, I've got wind. I know, right? There's no way I could be happy ever. Just got wind all the time. 16.64 for the 4th lap there. A little bit of variability in the times here, but this is still looking good for I Have 5. Like I said, they're just hovering on the 9th place. I think I'll probably convert to 8th place once we take the house robot out. But they've been solid competitive, and they were really good last season in Formula Pi, and narrowly missed out on the final, I seem to remember, last time. So it's really lovely to have them back, and we're enjoying having you back. 16.17 was the last lap. Let's see if we've got a quick time here. 16.4. These are looking pretty solid. I still am. I'm mesmerised by how everyone sort of their testing seems to go really well, and then it just comes to the races and it's carnage. Do we need to reduce the number of robots to give everyone a bit more space because they're much faster, or are we keeping? Oh, Tim's stopping. I think that is the 2 minutes.
People just need to worry about the avoidance code.
Are you still banging on about avoidance? Still banging on about avoidance.
Like you with the upside down.
Yeah, but the upside down was actually a genuinely helpful thing. Banter. There is a blog about avoidance. Go and check it out. It's worth reading. There are some hints and tips into how to do avoidance with our robots, so you can avoid other people.
There will be another one when I can get around to it.
There will be another one we can get around to it. If you knew what we had on the cards at the moment in terms of what we're actually doing. You'd understand why we've been a bit lax lately on social media and updating and all that sort of thing. We've got some really, really good things, like amazing things. We have some other not so good things that we're having to deal with. Some things which are sapping our energy and making life pretty miserable, but we are trying to stay positive throughout it all. It's the hardest thing, right. Paper shuffling. What are you hanging around here for?
I was just checking. It's Robot 34.
Okay. Were you checking with me or Aaron?
No, that's fine.
Oh, that's great. Okay. You should make sure I'm doing my job properly.
Yeah.
This is like my performance review now.
That's something like
that. Tufty, she's awful. Get out. She's so bad at it.
I was actually just making sure because we need to swap the robots midway.
Yes.
So I was just making sure I've done the right thing.
Okay, yeah, this is Robot 34, which is Swinders, old friend of Formula Pi. Made it into the Eliminators last year. Again, was another competitor that just could have made it into the final. It was so close last year. And really tight at the end. But now currently sitting, just getting down the thing, 10th. Oh, so on the bubble, right into the eliminating spot there. Currently on 19 points, 3 points behind I Have 5. Did really well in the first few heats, and I think the last heat did really well. 3rd place, 25 laps. Seem to remember the first heat, you got some astonishingly high number of laps. I'm going to have to flick back through the results now because I seem to remember that in the first heat, Swinders did really, really well, and it was just a stacked heat that meant that he came. Yeah, that was it. It was 27 laps, was only good enough for 4th. Because the winner got 31 laps. It was mad. And I think it's just been all the way through. Swinders has been clocking up a really good, solid number of laps. And it's just been unfortunate. Second heat wasn't so good. 3 laps. I think something must have happened. I can't remember exactly. But other than that, solid performance from Swinders in the other 2 heats. Looking good for tonight. Thumbs up. And Swinders is very active on Twitter, so go and follow him at Swinders. And I think I saw his other team member in the chat tonight already. I saw M1240 in the chat as well. So good evening. Yes, I said go, please.
Okay,
or did I not?
Please.
I just looked at you and expected you to understand that's what it meant. Yeah, I did. I totally did that. I need to give like a one raised eyebrow or something that's like go. Okay, Swinders is away. With a little white light underneath them tonight. Yeah, I need to give you like a raised eyebrow, like a Spock eyebrow or something to be like, get going. It's a good first lap. Now, I think Swinders was one of the ones that had the obvious strategy, and their team was deciding to do a couple of laps, just in the midline, just steering clear of danger, and then all of a sudden darting to the inside line and having a proper strategy change. So it'll be interesting to see if they've stuck with that tonight. Not that I'm discussing trade secrets. It was really obvious to see because it was just the sort of a few nice warm-up laps and then all of a sudden bang straight into the green. So hopefully we'll see that again in a minute. 2 laps or 3 laps Swinders. Swinders is here as if by magic. So their first 3 laps very consistent. Correct me if I'm wrong, Swinders, you had strategy. I seem to remember. Is the strategy the same for tonight, or have you gone for something a little more conservative? Okay, now we look like we're in the green. Oh, that turn. Now we're in the green. Okay, now you see, that there was the obvious change, right? It's gone from being midline to all of a sudden we're in the blue. Which means that you can see the lap times are now dropping. There's a second coming in there, so 15.15. That is pretty nippy. So the record was set earlier on, if you've just joined us. The Moto Toasty team, who got punted over the barriers in the first heat, they're 14.5 second. Oh, nice! Mr. Consistency's back. 15.15 on 2 laps on the trot there. But you can see the strategy change now as it's really sticking to the green, really trying to get close to that black barrier to get really fast around the track. Inside line, 15.2. This is looking good. I think this is probably nearly 2 minutes up now, if I'm counting right. I imagine Tim will get a radio in a minute and he'll stab the X key and he won't tell me. No, he's hovering.
Hey, Robot 34?
Nah, 15.3. Have you stabbed it now? You have stabbed it, there we go. So you let the last one in, so kind. So kind-spirited. So there we go. Again, this was Swinders' strategy from the last time. It was first 3 laps or so, just chill out, and then when you're ready, into the green, really try and nail those fast laps. And I think that strategy worked in the last heat for you. It was really good. So fingers crossed, the next heat for you, you'll get a nice clean run in, because that was some pretty good driving. It was very smooth. There were no sort of juddery movements or sinusoidal patterns. That was looking very good from you, Swinders. Good work, team. Well done. So I'm fiddling with things. Papers. Can somebody make some unrustly paper?
Like a tablet or something.
I do actually have a tablet. I should just charge that and use it, and actually sort myself out. One of these days I'll be organised. Like I say, if you knew what we had on our plate at the moment, in terms of work and having to sort other things out, you'd understand why we've been a bit quiet lately. Is it next week that we'll be able to talk about that?
Who knows?
No one tells me anything. No one tells me anything. I only work here. No one tells me nothing. I only work here. Do you know? Right. Oh. No, he knows my job well, doesn't he? Right. Tell me when we can talk about that, because you know. All right. Next up, we have the IT guy from Independence, Oregon, who held the lap record until earlier on tonight, when that was taken away cruelly by Moto Toasty. But have done really well so far. Currently sitting in 4th place. Lost their wheel in the first heat and ended up driving around with 3 wheels. Still managed to complete the race. Did actually quite a good job, which made us up our game on mechanicals. But since then, done really well. Currently sitting on 39 points, 2 points behind 3rd place. So pretty strong races for them. 77 laps as well, which is a pretty solid total. So it's looking good for the IT guy. You'll have probably, I know that you were in the chat earlier on. I saw you turn up, BK Taco. I don't know if you're on your lunch break, but this is your call now. BK Taco to the chat room. BK Taco to the chat room, please. So we can chat about your strategies and stuff. Hope it's all well with you. Let's see how we're doing. Are we ready? Is that 2 minutes? Felt quick.
It's just about.
Okay, when can we talk about our secret amazing thing?
When we can talk about our secret.
Oh man, don't give me any tautologies. I'm not in the mood for that. Thumbs up. Set. Yes, please, set the IT guy away. Giving you the eyebrow. It's like my rock Spock eyebrow. Combination between the two, I reckon. So, green hair green. BK Taco's just turned up in the chat room. Hello. Still here. So, let's see if you can get the new lap record tonight. 14.5. Oh, that's tight. Oh, that is tight. Straight in. 14.83. Now, that would have smashed your previous personal best had it not been for that pesky Australian team, Moto Toasty. BK Taco says, I hope this works the way I planned. Oh, that's exciting. Oh! Well, I'd say that probably has worked the way you planned. 13.68 seconds. I love it when a plan comes together. That is astonishing. So, those pesky Antipodeans are now no longer the lap record holders. The IT guy has brought it back to Independence, Oregon. 13.68 seconds. That is astonishing. That is so good. 13.63! Right, I'm going to scribble out, or I'm not even going to bother writing this down until we finished here. I can see this is just going to go down and down and down. So that's the first sub 14 second lap. That is incredible. Yes. Oh, come on now. Let's see if we can get it any lower. Do you know, I thought that's 3 laps under 14 second. I think whatever you're doing, that's the right thing to be doing. Amazing. Let's see if we get any better. Also, Tim Freeburn, stop spoiling it for me, because you see the lap times like 3 seconds before me, and I can see him erupting in the corner, and I'm like, it's not come on the camera yet because I'm on a delay, yo. So, let's see if they can do any better. Ooh. Oh, 14.29. But wow, that was astonishing. I'm gonna write this down now. I'm gonna count my chickens now. I'm gonna write it down. There we go. That is brilliant. Yes, the IT guy. Just nailing this fastest lap there. That is nailed on now. Brilliant work. So whatever you've done, I think that's pretty good for fastest lap. That is working. I really hope that translates to... Oh, is it just... Oh, did that just skid to a halt on the line?
Yes, race over and it stopped itself.
Was that planned?
Excellent job.
That stops Aaron having to chase the robot around the track. So thanks for that. If you programmed that in as well, a 2-minute timer, so it would just stop wherever it was. That's very polite of you. Thank you. Don't know if that was intended. Wow, if only all the competitors would do that. Was that genuine? Did that? Wow. Oh, check you out, IT guy. Well, congratulations. That was an absolutely stunning bit of driving. 13.63 seconds is the new fastest lap. Brilliant. Good set of laps as well. Okay, BK Taka says it was planned. Thanks. Thanks, you've saved us having to herd robots. It just skidded to a very delicate halt on the finish line. It's just brilliant. Amazing. Thank you for that. Oh, it's cheered me up. Not that I was sad to begin with, but, yeah, just brilliant. Right, we have our penultimate robot now lined up, warming up on the track nicely. Getting funny here again, Tim. I think I need your can I borrow your over-ear headphones next time? I think we'll talk about that later. Sonic, next up, currently holds the lap record for most laps in reverse without causing too much trouble. Accidental, not on purpose. 21 laps in reverse was their total. They are currently sitting 14th in the series, 10 points, 2 points off the next position above them. It's been a bit of a mixed bag. They had a couple of really interesting results and then not so good. They came 5th in their last heat with 10 laps. I think there's quite a lot of reverse laps in there, which was a little bit unexpected, but still looking pretty good though. When they were driving in the right direction, it was looking solid, but a couple of little confusing changes in direction. I don't know why. I've got a funny ear tonight. Everything's breaking around me. I can't do the spin view thing. My ears are popping. It's because I don't talk all day and then all of a sudden my jaw moves. Yeah, no, it's exactly it. And then all of a sudden my ears start popping because everything's lubricating itself. Maybe I should get some over-the-head earphones. Maybe that would help me. I might borrow your Bose ones next time. Is that possible? Okay. Tim's got some fancy pants Bose headphones that I can borrow. Okay. Are we ready? Yeah. Good. Okay, let's get Sonic under the way. Sonic. There's Timmy alerting Aaron. Sonic are from Kawasaki in Japan. So hopefully... Oh, sneeze. Sorry. Oh, I could feel that coming. Inappropriate sneeze time. Okay. Looking good for Sonic from Kawasaki in Japan. Let's see what their first lap like. 17.16. Good. Wonder if they've got a strategy like Swindler's, keeping it white. Oh, bit of a skid there in the first corner. 4-wheel drift. That was some really sudden change in direction there. .87 there in the next lap. Looking good. Oh, a little bit of a stop there and a little bit of a wobble as they came around the first corner. It's interesting. I wonder what's causing that. There's actually a little bit of sinusoidal movement here. You can just see it kind of wobbling from side to side a little bit when it changes direction.
Could be an
overzealous robot detection. Oh, okay.
However, you might actually find something like that works extremely well in the race.
Tim Freeburn with the pro tips there. For those that didn't hear, because he's sitting a little bit away from the microphone, because he's on the control panel on the other side of the room. That could be a rather overzealous robot detection algorithm that's just causing it to wibble wobble slightly, thinking that there's a robot in the way when there isn't. Although that might not be good for the fastest lap, it's definitely good in a race, because we all know you're going to have just beating up people and smashing into people and stuff. I've just got another Twitter notification. I really need to turn my phone off. It's bothering me. My wrist keeps vibrating randomly. That needs to go on the list of things. So laps here looking fairly consistent. Maybe 1.2 seconds spread between the seconds, so 17.9. Average times here, but like I said, consistency and getting the laps in can often be good, rather than going for the fastest lap. But the fastest lap is always impressive. Shout out to the IT guy who's just been. Is that it? Oh. There we go. So that was it. Best lap 16.87, worst lap 18.16. So a bit of a spread there, but something to work on. And that if that is really the robot detection stuff that is causing them to sort of wobble about, then that might be very good in the racing. I'll be very interested to see how that gets on next week. That's the shout out, by the way. It is next week we are racing. Because of the super secret event that I can't speak about, we had to kind of bunch things up a little bit. Although I do think the two will overlap. So Tim is going to be pig sick of racing by the end of week 4, I think. He's grinning. Good work, Sonic. Nicely done. Tonight, this is it. We're on our last one for tonight now. So I'm going to flick the old spin view on and introduce the last robot that's coming up. And it is the Halo Goodalls from Surrey in the UK. Got to Formula Pi last year. Were in the final? Yes. Yeah, I should write these things down. Amazing team, have done really, really well. Were the first to punt somebody over the barriers in a true elbows out racing style. Was very, very impressed. Won their last heat, and it was a bit of a nightmare heat. Everybody kind of got stuck and tangled on each other, but the Halo Goodalls came out in front. They are currently sitting 3rd in the series overall with 41 points, only 3 points behind the team in 2nd place, who incidentally, I don't think submitted any code for tonight's testing. That is Saska, who's in the chat, who said they didn't submit code because they couldn't get to the computer. That's fine. We know where you are. We know where you're at. It's good. So the Halo Goodalls are looking for some good testing times tonight. Can't see Richard in the chat. Doesn't mean he's not watching. Adam has just turned up in the chat from Team Enigma. Sorry you're late. You're excused. We've got one more car to go. So you might want to just reverse on the replay and see what happened. I won't spoil anything. I try not to. Are we good? Not quite 2 minutes. I haven't waffled enough. You look a little bit... Sorry then. What happened? Are you okay? You just sort of glazed over for a moment, then there's like, the robots. I'm so tired. We're good to go. Now I've got a very enthusiastic thumb out of Tim. There we go, we're off.
Okay, start lights, please.
Good. So, green, red, green, final robot for tonight, the Halo Goodalls. Let's see them away. Like I said, they've had one win in their last heat. I've even got another win in the heat before, I think. I'd have to double check my results. I have a spreadsheet and everything. Let's double click that and see if I can get it to load in the right window. Oh, I've crashed it. Oh, maybe I haven't. Okay, so I've now got my results up now, so I know where they were. They have won 2 heats out of their 3 heats so far this year, which is good. Their second heat, they got 34 laps in on the board, which was amazing. That is such an astonishing lap total for 10 minutes as well. It was really good. So the Halo Goodalls are going to look for consistency here. 16.25 is their fastest lap. Fastest lap tonight, for Adam's sake, because he missed earlier on, is the IT guy, who's just smashed out 13.63 seconds. Astonishingly quick. And it looks like that. I think that could stand for a long time. I can't see that being broken anytime soon. But then I said that the previous week. It seemed like it was the fastest lap in the world ever, and then it just got smashed. So, Halo Goodalls here. 2 wins out of 3. Looking pretty good for the final. Comfortably up at the top of the leaderboard. Saving any massive disasters, I think they are pretty good to go through to the eliminators. Fairly consistent lap times as well. We're looking at 17.39 fine. That's, a bit of an outlier. All these lap times, 16.2 to 16.4. This is looking very, very consistent. Again, that could be a strategy change like Swinder's team is implementing, where they've got first few laps are just a bit slower to pick up the pace, and then all of a sudden straight in for the green and going as hard as they can. I'm loving all these different racing strategies and styles that are coming out. Some people just going straight to the inside line, some people kind of hanging out and doing a bit of avoidance and then diving in for the inside line. It is really, really interesting. And it's like you've got to kind of think of every eventuality that could happen. We've seen quite a lot this season. Robots being stuck in the green and robots that have caused trouble on the inside lines. So then staying to the outside is actually quite a good idea. And it's interesting to see how these strategies play off one another. And I'm thinking that's it for Halo Goodalls now. One we could say 1 lap outlier. Those other laps, that's astonishingly good. 16.2 to 16.57 in terms of consistency, that is brilliant. 0.3 spread, we'll ignore the first lap, we'll say it's because you were just getting started. But that's it for tonight. I think we're done. Adam's just posted a thing, don't worry about my run, it was intentionally slow, although 25% looks much slower than real 25%. Yeah, I'd say so, and some. We didn't think you were moving forwards at one point, but then you kept going backwards, so we detected it was...
Something to keep in mind, it's a 25% power to the motors, not 25% speed.
Okay, that's a pro tip from Tim. 25% power to the motors, not 25% speed. So it might be slightly different to get a slightly slower speed. Adam said he was testing some image frames per second capabilities. Interesting. I'll be excited to see how that goes. The IT guy's just thrown down the gauntlet for himself. He says, until next testing, I think I can go faster. That is the gauntlet thrown. I would love to see you go faster. I am open to anything. I want to see people go faster, but that was astonishing. 13.63 seconds. You should be proud of that. That was really, really something else. So that's it. We're done for tonight. We're signing off. Don't forget, deadline for code is actually Friday. We've bunched all these races up. The next race is actually on Monday, so a week today we'll be back here again on the YouTube channel. Please like, share this feed, comment and subscribe, and do all the things you're supposed to do on YouTube. Please shout about us from the rooftop. We really appreciate it. We love doing this and we love having you, so please keep doing that. And yeah, that's it for us for this week. So thank you very much for popping in, and we'll see you next week. Let me find my camera. I've lost my bit to mute my things. Alright, take it easy everyone, have a good week. Speak to you next Monday. Bye.